pretty crazy. You can see they're just built into the wall, because this is not like the people's actual like structure of their home. The white is, but they've just cut holes into it, made some balconies and stuff over the years. But and there you can see a combination of two buildings mixed with the old wall. It's really cool. All right, I found this cool little market, and it smells like so much like olives in here. It is wild. Meat markets and stuff, dude. This is crazy. So many little shops all packed in here. Wild. That is exactly what you think it is. It's one of the most famous spots out here in Tangier. It's pretty cool, the old gun encampments. So back to this tiny little bar that I was at yesterday. And man, the hospitality is just so nice. Come on, cool beers. They're like $3. First one gives me a plate of olives. Sorry, not a big fan of olives, but I'll have a couple of them. But then man, brought me out this potato salad. It is really damn good with like onions and I don't know. And then basil maybe. It's good stuff though, dude. I just love the hospitality here, how they're just like, yeah man, you order a beer, you get a little snack with it too, man. I won't lie, I feel pretty badass whenever I cross these streets, and you literally just have to like walk in front of cars. They won't hit you. They really won't, but it feels like they're going to hit you. And it's just what you do. This is just such a beautiful city. It is unbelievable. That's the rest of the bay peeking around there. Can't really, well, you can see Spain a little bit right now. It's a little overcast, but if you look past here, I believe that's going to be a mosque tower. Yeah, it's got the bells on top. And then you can just make out Spain back there. It might be a little hard for you guys. Kind of looks like clouds. But, wow. Beautiful place, man. Really beautiful. This old guy I met out on the beach. He's like, has this hotel. He's like, come. We're talking for a while, and they invited me up to his house. Now he's bringing me tea. This is like a guest house. He lives here too, but I don't know. Whatever, man. I'm just going with the flow. Tea and snacks. He showed me his hash collection. Still showing me around. Don't really know what's gonna happen. Getting shown around town.
Yeah, good.
Well, I don't really know what to make of all that. He was being really nice. Like, he gave me tea and snacks at his house, and then took me to the antique store. And I don't know if those guys knew each other or not. They acted like they didn't know each other, but I have a suspicion that they might have known each other. Then after that, he took me to this big market. It was really cool. It was really awesome because there's nothing but locals there for real. Giant market, lots of interesting stuff to see. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna take a little break. So we go over to a cafe and he buys me tea there. He paid for the cab ride to get out. I mean, it doesn't cost much, but he still paid for it. And then I was like, oh, I really like the tea here. And he's like, do you want one of the tea sets? And I'm like, sure. He's like, okay, I'll go get it. And I'll pay for it, then you can just pay me back. And I was already like, So he comes back, and then I get my tea kettle. So I've got a tea kettle now. And he says it's 700 dirham, which is, I think, way too much. That's like $70. I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm like, I need to get cash to pay you, though. So we go over to an ATM, and I just pull out 1,000, so around $100. And I give him $100, and I go, Habibi, I had a great time with you, but I'm ready to run back. And he's like, oh, you want to go back, and I'll show you how to make the tea? I'm like, no, Habibi, it's all good. And then we're at this cafe, and I'm pretty sure he was trying to set me up with a prostitute. I forgot to mention that part. This woman, he calls this woman over, and she's sitting down with us, and she's like hacking up stuff. And that's when he went to go get the kettle and was like, oh, you talk with her. And then she just didn't say anything. She didn't really speak any English. And then when he came back with the kettle, he was like, I didn't really understand what he was saying because I thought he understood that I wanted to go back. He did speak really good English, but I couldn't understand what he was trying to say most of the time, or a lot of the time. And then he was like, 2 hours, drink some beers. I was like, wait, hold up. And I'm pretty sure that he was saying he's gonna call some girls for us to hang out with. And I'm like, nah, man, I need to get out of here. It was great, but so then I'm like, Habibi, it's time for me to go. So then he calls a cab for us again, and this woman's kind of walking with us, and then the begging starts, and he's like, hey, she needs some food to eat. Can you give her some money? And I'm like, Habibi, no. I'm like, I'm gonna go back. And then we hop in a cab, and then we get dropped off outside a mall near where I'm staying, actually almost exactly where we met. So he did take me back to where we met and paid for the cab again. And then he took me inside because he wanted to get tea so I could make the tea at home. And so he goes over and he finds the right tea. And this is like a grocery store. I'm like, okay, so you're definitely not ripping me off now. But I go and I pay for the tea, which again is something I didn't really want, but I kind of do. And look at this, so cool. I know this is a long-winded story, but stay with me. Then he's like, oh, can we buy some groceries for the girls? And then gets on a video call with one of these girls and shows her, oh, that's her mom you just met. And I'm like, Habibi, here's 100 dirham, which is like $10. I'm like, I'm going. And he's like, oh, first let's get the tea. So we get the tea, I cash out with it, but then he's holding the tea. And then we walk out and he's like, 100 dirhams, like nothing. 100 dirhams, give me 200. And I already gave him 300 on top of, I forgot to mention that part too. I give him an extra 300 to pay him for his time. It's an extra $30 to pay him for his time. And he was still asking for more money. And he was just like really begging at this point. And I'm just like, Habibi, nah, I'm leaving. And it just got really weird at the end. Really, really weird at the end. So I don't really know if I got taken for a ride or not. I'm really, really on the fence. I mean, I spent more money today than I wanted to, but I did see some cool stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think? Did I get taken for a ride? I think I might have. Well, I did have a crazy time here in Tangier, and this is a place that I did want to see, but my honest opinion, I would just say skip it. Fez was a lot better than here in Tangier.